Welcome to Vidyottama Physics. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about triangle law of vector addition. We will derive formula for resultant of vector and also angle made by resultant with one of the vectors. So let us begin. Now first, this statement is very horrifying. It is a very big statement, but it is very easy. What it says, if two vectors represent sides of a triangle in an order, that means there must be two vectors which are side of a triangle in an order. What I mean, let us say this is my first vector, this is our second vector, and they are following a particular order. Can you spot that order? First vector start with tail, ends at head. Second vector starts with tail, ends at head. So they are following one particular order called as TH order. Let us say this is A vector and this is B vector. Now what they are saying, that their vector addition, okay, their vector addition is the third side, but in opposite order. That means we have to break this order, which means that our third vector will not have tail over here, it will have head. So how third vector will look like? This is how third vector will look like. We call this as resultant vector. So third vector is just a reverse in order, right? And this third vector is nothing but vector addition of A and B. We call it as resultant vector. This is simply triangle law of vector addition. You need to remember only two things. Number one, two vectors must be in one order, and third vector must break that order, and the vector which break that order is called as what? Resultant vector. Okay, now let us see example. Suppose I ask you, this is one vector, this is another vector, and this is another vector. Let us say this is A, this is B, and this is C. Can you tell me relation between A, B and C, or which is resultant vector? Which is resultant vector? Now in order to answer this, first you should see TH order. You should find two sides with the same order. Which are the two sides? If I go from here TH, but here H is there, so no two sides in same order. But if I go from A, then I will get it. So this is T, H, T, H, tail, head, that is. Okay, so two vectors in an order, and this third vector is breaking the order. Here it is HT. That means one thing is very clear, that B vector is our resultant vector, or B vector is vector addition of A and C. Are you following it? Okay, let us discuss another example. Suppose I change a question, and if I ask you, can you tell me vector addition of these three, A, B and C? Now here there is one problem. Can you spot that problem? What is the problem? So the problem is that everyone is following the order. So A, T, H, here again T, H, here again T, H. Sir, everyone is following the order. If everyone is following the order, then where is the resultant? Resultant is there, it is hidden. Let me explain. What I am trying to say is, suppose I take a three vectors, okay? Let us say this is vector number 1, this is vector number 2, and this is vector number 3, okay? So head of this third vector is not coincide with tail of the first vector, as of now you consider. If I ask you what is resultant or vector addition of ABC, you will simply say this, sir, there is a fourth vector which is breaking the order. That means the fourth vector should look like this. Fourth vector should look like this. Can you see that its magnitude is small as compared to other vectors? And what will happen if this vector exactly coincide, if head of C exactly coincide with tail of A, which has happened over here? So here tail of A and head of C is coincided. So if it is coincided, so there can be no line, okay, for joining. So the single point will be there, and that point is nothing but what? What is the length of the point? Length or magnitude? It is 0. That means it is what? Null vector. So you always have to remember that whenever the closed figure is there. So I will say A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Vector addition of this. Sir, where is resultant? Resultant is there and it is point and it is called as a null vector. Always remember that whenever closed figures are there, resultant is what? 0. Let us say I take another example. If someone asks you what is resultant, so this is A, B, C, D, closed figure. So for closed figure, again A plus B plus C plus D, there is no fourth vector or it is point vector, and answer is 0. So are you following? Basically, what is triangle law of vector addition? How it is to be taken in order, right? Now the important part is, I want what is length of this resultant. See, just showing vector will not help. We have to find what is length of this and also direction. So what to do now? Now we have to derive this. Okay, let us start our derivation. First, what we'll do, so this is our first vector, and let us say this is second vector which we have taken. This is my A vector, this is my B vector. Sir, where is resultant? So here is resultant which we have drawn previously, and this resultant is R. Now you need to know certain terms. Okay, first, angle between A and B. Sir, how to take angle between A and B? For that you extend this vector, and this is the angle between A and B. Always remember that if tail of two vectors or head of two vectors is not at same place, then we don't take the angle directly. What I mean? So if this is one vector and this is another vector, if I ask what is the angle between them, you will say theta. Okay, this you will take theta. Why? Because their tail is coinciding. But if it is like this, so here it is head and here it is tail, so which angle we take? This angle we take. Okay, this is theta. Okay, now let us extend and complete parallelogram. Now you must know that if we extend the vectors, it will have no impact at all because parallel extension is allowed, right? So if I extend this, I will get figure like this. This is completion of our parallelogram. Fine. Now I will name it as B vector, here again A vector. Now angle between, now this is theta, then this angle is also theta. Okay, this angle is theta. Another few angles we will take. I will take angle alpha. Alpha is angle between A vector and resultant. So resultant angle with A vector is alpha, and another angle is beta. Okay, you need to see the diagram very carefully. Now if I want to get this length of R, first what I should do, I will drop perpendicular on this line. Suppose from here if I draw one perpendicular line, so this is our perpendicular line, and if this is theta, let us name this figure first. So this is A, B, C, D. Okay, I will say my AB vector magnitude is what? A. Then BC vector magnitude is B. Fine. Okay, sir. And AC vector magnitude is what? AC vector length. Magnitude means length. Length is what? R. Clear? Okay. Now this angle is 90 degree. Now if this is B, if side BC is B, can you tell me what is this length? Let us say this is O. What is BO? I am talking about this length. So if this is B, then this is B cos theta. See, while resolution, so if this is my side and this is angle, so with which side angle is there? That is cos component, and another is what? Sine component, right? So this is B cos theta, and what is this? If you go by basic trigonometry, what is this? This is B sine theta. Clear? Very clear. Now our task is easy, because by Pythagoras theorem what I can write, I can say r square is equal to r square. Now in which triangle we are looking? AOC. Okay, triangle AOC. Here I will write r square must be equal to AO square plus OC square. Easy? Yes sir. Now can you tell me r square, sir? AO is nothing but what? This AO is nothing but what? This is nothing but AB plus BO, right? So I can write this as AB plus BO square plus OC square. Now if I continue this, r square is equal to, can you tell me what is AB? Sir, AB is nothing but magnitude of AB is what? A. So I will write A plus, sir, what is BO? BO means this length. This length is what? B cos theta. Excellent. Plus OC. Sir, what is OC? B sin theta square. If you get till this point, then it is very easy. Now you have to expand this. So I will write r square is equal to expansion of this. Here it must be square. Okay. A square, first term square, second term square. So first term square plus second term square plus 2 times first term into second term. This is my expansion of this bracket, right? Plus what I can write here? Plus b square sin square theta. Done, right? Now I can further write it as r square is equal to a square plus 2ab cos theta plus what we can do is I can take b square common from these two terms. If b square is common, what it will come? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Excellent. So what is value of cos square theta plus sin square theta? Sir, it is 1. We know it universally. So I will get r square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. That means my r is equal to under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. You need to remember this formula. This formula is very important for us, because this gives us what? This gives us magnitude of resultant, length of the resultant. That what is length of r? So this is length of r. Are you getting? But sir, what about direction? Sir, we want direction also. We want alpha. So alpha is very easy. How to get alpha? So I will say that now in this triangle, again in which triangle we are looking? We are looking in same triangle. Okay, triangle AOC. So in this triangle, what I can say? Tan alpha, tan of alpha. Now what is tan? Tan is nothing but height upon base. What is height, sir? Height is OC, and what is base? Base is AO. So OC upon AO. But what is OC, sir? OC is B sin theta upon what is AO? Just now we have written AO. See this AO, A plus B cos theta. So A plus B cos theta. Sir, if someone asks us beta, what is beta? Beta is angle between r vector and b vector. Then how to find? Now I will tell you trick. Don't try to find again another angle. What you do? Tan beta, okay, no problem at all, is equal to, directly you can write, instead of b you have to write a. What I said? Instead of b you have to write a. So let us write a sin theta upon b plus a cos theta. Another 5-star formula. Okay, these two formula are also very important. So here we have seen what is formula for length of r, magnitude of r, which is under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Then what is the formula for direction? These two formulas are very important. How to remember these formulas? How to remember? That is exactly the point, right? See, anyway this is very easy to remember, because we know that a square plus b square plus 2ab, that we know. Only additional thing is what? Here it is cos theta and here it is under root. That's it. Very easy to remember. Sir, what about these two formulas? These are also easy if you pay attention what I'm saying. Here tan is there, right? Tan alpha is there. So if tan alpha is there, so here what it should come? Sine upon cos, because it is tan on LHS. So RHS also sine theta upon cos theta. Now alpha is angle with what? Alpha is angle between R vector and A vector. So with whatever vector angle comes, that vector should come here. So that vector is coming in denominator, in this place, okay? A plus B cos theta. So here A will come, okay? Now whatever vector is remaining, that is B, that B must come here. Are you getting it? Let us again revise it quickly. What I'm saying, so tan beta, if you don't remember formula, what you remember? Now suppose here I want to write the formula of tan beta. Tan beta I don't remember, but what I remember, beta is angle between what? A or B. Beta is angle between what? B and R. Okay, so here first what will come? Sin theta upon, in denominator it is cos theta. Now the vector with which angle is there, that should come here, B plus, and what remains, sir? Only A remains. Got it? Similarly, if someone asks what is tan alpha, in exam if someone asks what is tan alpha, first you write sin theta upon cos theta. Done. Now alpha is angle between what? R vector and A vector. So that A should come here. Then what remains is B. B comes here. Done. And sir, what is the formula of resultant? Resultant is nothing but under root of, we know the formula, A square plus B square plus 2AB. You just write cos theta. That's it. Done. So this is about triangle law of vector addition.